feel so stupid. I have just shared a draft with some people, some friends and some mentors, and I'm just getting feedback today for it. And I just feel so stupid. I care so much about this project and I want it to be good, but it's not there yet. And part of that means having fresh eyes to help me figure out how to make it better than what it is. But it's just so easy to get so attached to your work. Like, I'm so attached to this film, probably in a very bad ego way, like very much like it feels a part of me. I think that's that whole thing of like, when you make art, you kind of feel like you're giving birth. And in art school, there was always a saying of kill your BABYs. We used to say it all the time. You need to not be precious with it, but I just feel so stupid. I got feedback back, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't amazing. It was useful, and part of me wants people to read it and say, "Oh my God, this is the most amazing thing! I can't wait for you to make it." But I know that them not saying that doesn't mean anything too. And yeah, so I got some feedback today, and it's from a mentor of mine who I love, and I think she's just so brilliant, and she's a writer, and she's one of these teachers at NYU, the art school I went to, that really pushed me to really go for things. I don't know if she ever really realized that. I don't even know if she knows that I consider her kind of like a mentor. So, but she's an old teacher of mine, and the scenario was actually me feeling really stupid, which is hilarious that this is coming full circle. There was a class that she was teaching, and it was a class like after school, so it was kind of like an elective. And I remember a lot of people on this day didn't want to go, and so I decided to also leave early. And she stopped me, and she said, her other teacher said, "Where are you going?" And I made up like a lame excuse, like, "Oh, I have a doctor's appointment." And they came out. Most people just let you go. They came out and they said something along the lines of like, "Nick, like, you know, you should stay. Like, you have something important to say. Do this. Like, join our class. Like, don't go. Like, these are the moments that you either will learn something or you won't. And so lean into it." And it was one of those moments that was so eye-opening to me, because it felt like someone was actually seeing me and saying, "Your presence matters." Which I don't know how you feel, but those moments are really important. And in the class, I forget what the scenario was, but it was like, you have to make up a story and then you can't speak it, you just show it. And I did something where it was like a taxi driver, and oh, you know what it was? We were all like up on stage or in front of the class, and they would give us something and we'd have to immediately create something. And mine was like about a taxi driver that can't move or something. And I remember I was like roaming around the class, and it doesn't really matter what I did, but I remember being so intentional that I ended up crying at the end. And I don't know how everyone else felt about the performance, but it really resonated with me, and I think a lot of other people, and my teacher. So that's who my mentor is. And I just feel so stupid because I sent her a draft and it wasn't formatted correctly fully. And she sent really good feedback back, but I just wish, part of me just wants to make her proud, make other people be like, "Wow, he's like really going for this." And, you know, I think that's part of the challenge with making films and being an artist, is like, it is for other people. And so at a certain point, you want other people to be like, "Wow, I'm not creating this just for me. I'm creating it to like make an impact on other people." And so it's hard because there's a threshold of like, it's not for other people until it's done. And part of that is because maybe I'm not the best writer yet, and that's okay. Maybe everything on page isn't how I can visualize it. Like, the translation isn't fully there, maybe. Or maybe it's a really good draft and I'm just overthinking it. So I probably am doing that too. But I just felt really stupid today. I felt very like I made up some mistakes. Some of the feedback, I'm just like letting it sit today. I'm not going to really address any of it yet, because I'm going to wait for other feedback. I sent to a few other people, see what we get, and then see if there's any holes in the whole story like that people are repeating that I'm missing, and then I'll attack it. but it's just really vulnerable, and it's very ooey gooey when you share something that you really obviously care about and you ask people to critique it. It's not fun. You feel stupid. And so that's what I was today. Let me know if you ever put yourself out there to get critiques. I think it's the only way that you can get art to grow, and it really fucking sucks because it's so uncomfortable. But I think it's a sign that I'm on the right path, and it's cool because you get to a certain flip where a lot of reasons why people don't finish their projects or make their projects is because of this threshold, and all the other thresholds that will be coming along in this journey as well, which I'll be sharing here on this channel. But this is one of those thresholds that's really uncomfortable. This is not fun. Sharing it is one of those things where you are opening your heart up and you're saying, okay, now shape it too. Now carve your initials in it. And you kind of don't know what's going to hurt and what's not going to hurt. And I know that sounds trivial, but it's true. You put your whole emotions into this film, you're gonna feel like you're bleeding. So I just felt stupid today. I wanted to just document that maybe feeling stupid isn't a sign that you're doing anything wrong. But oh, is it uncomfortable? And it's something I would love to get better at. So, but I'm proud of myself. And if you're doing that too, I'm proud of you too. So yeah. Okay, I'll see you in the next video, and let's keep chugging along making this feature film.